Shaggy, and today sorry. What up, everybody? I am Shaggy, and today we're gonna talk about the Cannival. Just did a dab, but we're gonna smoke a lot more, and you're gonna learn how fun thing to do on 420 in SoCal. But we'll join you in about 40 seconds. Welcome, everyone, to a trip down Stoner Drive. I am your host, Shag Wellbolt, or you can call me Shaggy. Zoinks, zoinks. And this is a platform to tell people stories about how cannabis has positively or maybe even negatively affected their lives. I don't care if you're a patient, a brand, a distribution, an athlete, a politician. If you have a story to tell, I want to hear it. So hopefully this gives you an educating and entertaining look behind the scenes of the booming cannabis industry. And if you like my videos, please give a like and subscribe to my YouTube. Also go to my website, Shag Wellens Way. Right, so I messed up the intro, but welcome everybody. It is 4:15 and we're going to be smoking together in just a few minutes. I'm excited because today we're going to be talking about a fun new event that I have not heard about until just last week, but the Cannival. And so I'm really excited to learn about it. And my guest today is none other than Riko. So
What's up?
Riko, I really appreciate you coming on, and I'm excited to learn more about it. So tell us how it got kind of started and what is the Cannival?
So, Cannival is a carnival with cannabis, pretty much. It's a stoner carnival.
I love it.
So we want to have like clowns and just things to do, like if you were to go to a different carnival, like the Delmar Fair or something like that.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we want to have the event portray. I was with my partner, Jeff. He was on here about like 5-6 days ago.
Yep.
He's my partner. We're doing this together. We're both financing it and putting everything together. I do a lot of the marketing and like the flyers and the videos and stuff on at Cannival SD on Instagram. So we just got together and we're like, hey, let's put an event on, because Farmers Cup, they took it to another level.
Absolutely.
And they went professional, they went legal. So that leaves a void for what they were doing, still fill the back end of everything. So that's what we're going to try to do.
Yeah.
And then maybe try to follow in Farmer Cup's steps, because that was a very awesome event. I really enjoyed it. All the vendors, all the people, like it was fun. So to be hosting something like that in the future would be awesome too.
Absolutely. And we always need to have more and more events. I think as a community, it's just about supporting each other and help growing these so we can really put San Diego on the map and just have more fun activities to do.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I love it. And I'm really excited about having the different games and stuff, because if you've been to some of these bud tender bashes and things like that,
yeah,
like you get really high, but you're mostly just waiting in line to get some free weed. Like that's pretty much what all you're doing. So you're waiting in line, 3 different lines, 4 different lines, just to get some free bud. And it's like, it's better to have some fun games to win the free bud more incentives and just ways to more interact instead of just standing in your group of 4 or 5 and, just waiting.
Exactly. So I did this on purpose. Jeff did this on purpose too. We both spoke to each other about it. And what it does for the vendors is it makes every person that comes in a potential customer, because most people that come in, even though it's a free event, they're going to want to buy the tickets to play the games.
Yeah.
If you buy tickets, you're going to want to spend those tickets at the vendors, So it gets a chance for the vendors to interact with almost every customer that comes in, So if you have someone wanting to play the games, if you have a free game or whatever, something to draw them in. So as they're playing, you can speak to them and do sales and whatnot. Yeah. And it also gives something for the attendees, because usually at sessions, you're not doing anything. You're, like you said, you're waiting in line for some free weed, or you're waiting for someone to perform or whatnot. What we're going to do is we're going to have like clowns going around, people giving out free stuff. We're going to have competitions going on. We got from Mama Kush, she gave us one of those blowers.
I love them, by the way.
Yes.
Mama and Papa Kush are so awesome.
Oh, man. So they have a few of them. They lent us one. And we're going to be going around blowing everybody. We got a pound of weed just to do that.
Heck yeah.
We got joints that we're going to give around to people. We're going to have some people walking around to make sure nobody's just standing still.
Good.
We want people walking around like, hey, are you guys having fun? What are you doing? This vendor's open over here if you want to go play games. For our VIP bags, you won't be getting just items. You will be getting tickets that you have to redeem. So all our VIPs are forced to go and interact with our vendors.
There you go.
So
I absolutely love that.
Good,
Yeah, I absolutely love that. And I've seen at a couple different events, you see some vendors getting more interactive than brands. Like I've seen THCSD had their little crane machine for their nugs, or this weekend, Left Coast did a great job at Farmers Cup, and they had the big basketball hoops, the inflatable basketball.
Oh my god!
So yeah, that was so cool, and I think it gives sparks that creativity for some of these brands to do. So that's why I'm kind of excited about the Cannival. Is there any games that you're excited about that you already have in mind, or are you still coming up with a couple of the games and processes?
Well, we decided to do regular carnival games, so we have like Planko.
Mm-hmm.
We have the rubber duck ones where it's like if you get a certain color, you win.
Oh, you're good. I'm just checking comments as well.
Yeah. We have what else do we have? Minute to win it games, stuff like that. It's really up to the vendors.
Okay, I like
and
that.
The sponsors. So we left it up to them rather than going, oh, you're forced to play this game. Because some people might not like that game and be like, oh, well, I have to play this game and I don't even fucking like it. But we leave it up to the vendors to choose what game they want to do. So they're really interested and really wanting to interact with the game and the participants.
I love that. And when I was with Therapy Tonics, one game we did, we had in like really tough bottles for our coffees and teas. And so we did like a Cannival thing, but it's just a little bud tender bash, not open to the public. I like that yours is. But we would stack them up and then throw softballs at it. So if there is a vendor, flour or drinks that has a strong bottle, strong jar that they think is indestructible, that's a fun game for you guys to come up with.
Oh, yeah.
It is. I apologize, everybody. It's 4:21. We are a minute late. That is on me. So yeah, what do you have here for us?
So I rolled a backwood.
Ooh, I haven't had one of these in a minute, honestly.
Let me show you right here. Roll the backwood, guys. So it has 3 different types of weed in there. I forgot the types.
No worries.
But then it has like wax inside. It has some rosin. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. We got some nice rosin inside. About 2 to 3 grams.
Nice. I am excited to smoke that, but also while we're doing that, I'm also going to pack up a little bowl. I am smoking on the Zushi from Casa Flor. It's a family-owned cannabis company. I met them at Hall of Flowers in September was the last Hall of Flowers, I believe.
Yeah.
And so now I saw them at Farmers Cup, which they won, and it was so cool. They actually brought out the whole family. So you had the grandma, the sons, the grandsons, everybody that's a part of it. It is a family company, family farm. And so it's really cool that they had everybody up on stage when they received their awards. But so I'm going to try out their Zushi along with smoking this fat blunt I'm excited for. Little homemade hash hole.
I always put a tip in it. A lot of people roll backwoods. They don't put tips in it. I don't understand that, because when you're getting towards the end, you got all that gunk on your lips, got all that gunk on your fingertips.
I always find it's funny what people smoke. Like backwoods is the thing out here. I'm from Virginia originally, so Dutchess was ours. Like a box of Dutchess is what we got every time, and so it's always just seeing what. Phillies. Yeah, exactly. It's Philly blends, and so it's always funny just seeing the different ways that people smoke, and it's usually in like areas that you'll do it.
Yeah, you'll see. This one's good to use, right?
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, help yourself. I know it's a clean one. I just got this weekend, and actually, at Farmers Cup this weekend. Thank you to all the brands. I have a bunch of interviews. I think 45 or 50 interviews. Each of the brands would let me get 30 seconds to a minute just to talk about them. And so it was so great. I mean, Tall Society, High Quality Worldwide, CBX, Wow, Farmers Cup. I mean, all Zen Leaf. All of these were fantastic. And also anybody, I know there was a few people that might not have had a good time. Unfortunately, the lines issues with scanning the tickets. They reach out to Farmers Cup. They did put something. They want info. They want feedback. It was the first one, like massive one they did working with the state. So there was some issues a little bit, but for anybody that didn't have a good time, reach out to them and they really want to hear feedback and they're trying to make it right. But I personally had a blast there.
Oh yeah, I had a great time. we had an all access pass, so we got to go around, check everything out.
Yep, that made it as.
Oh man,
Say.
went to the VIP area, got to do the dab station. By Sessions at the Bay, they were doing that. They were hosting the dab bar.
Oh, Dakota's talking about that Wild Town. Yeah, this is the stank that they won on. I just smoked their stank bomb.
How was that?
The hash hole. Oh, it was so good. It was 2 grams of stank and then half a gram of stank rosin. So they're using the same plant and the same hash holes and just trying to keep it together. So burned smooth. I did it by myself too. So it was just like feeling great. And I was so exhausted. I do not work for Farmers Cup, but they've like 3 years ago, they let me set up a booth when I just started my podcast, like one table, my banner behind me, and this equipment, and just anybody I could, they sit down to interview, and they let me do that for free when I was just starting out. And so they've let me support. And so I was there from Friday at noon, helped them all the way in the rain, helping vendors set up and stuff, to like 8 o'clock in the night. Soaked. Was in the RV, so crashed the night there. Woke up at 6. Was the first person there. We started work at 7, and it was just grinding all the way until like 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah,
and then
I watched your Instagram, like your reels and your posts and stuff like that, and your stories, and I was like, man, he's on it. I showed my girlfriend. She was like, yep, he was there. Watched you come out. Who's the first person here?
It allowed it. Yeah, it was cool though, because I mean, being able to hop on stage and do this day 74 smoking with Shaggy.
Yeah.
That's been my best video yet. It's had almost 18,000 views, which most of mine are about 300 to 600 views, maybe a couple hit 1,000. My best one before this was 15,000. This one is already almost at 18,000 in 2 days. And so like, it was really cool support there. And then I was just in the back grabbing my generator, and I got to interview one of the members of Looney's. I got 5 on it. Yeah. I was back there, got a 5-minute interview with him, and he started going. Oh my God, it was so great. He saw my tattoo being Shaggy. He's just like, let's go. He invited me to come out to be on his podcast. So, dude, shout out. You are a true homie. Thank you so much. I can't wait to come up and be on your show and you be on mine. But just like something like that, it's like meeting Peter Dante. Like, it's just things of like when I was a 15-year-old me, like saw what I'm doing, he'd just be like, fuck,
like a dream.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I've been doing events for a long time. I took a hiatus after COVID and stuff. And I just focused on me, my family, and everything like that. But since I found a new person, a new partner to do stuff with, is like a man of his word and everything like that.
God, Dakota's smoking on the casa floor as well. But yeah, go ahead with the events.
Yeah. So it's great having someone who's a man of their word put this together, because we're not necessarily depending on vendors.
Yeah.
So that we're not hounding vendors. Oh, we need your money so that we can pay this and pay that. Me and my partner Jeff, we pay for it out of our own pocket pretty much.
Damn.
And then everything else, we want more of an experience for the goers rather than trying to please vendors. You know,
I like that.
When you're trying to please the vendors, so that next year they might want to do it with you, you have to make sure they try to make a certain amount of money or whatnot. And if they don't, they get upset. So we're not really there to make so much money or anything right there. We're there to create an experience so that other events that we have in the future, more people are like, oh man, that's something I put in my calendar 6 months from now.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. Now with the Cannival, are you using more local San Diego vendors, or are you reaching out to people all in SoCal? Who are you kind of working with?
I reached out to everybody, as much as anybody who will talk to me. Mm-hmm. A lot of them will be local vendors.
Sweet.
You know, we got Medicated Minds. We have Mama Kush. We have Golden Ticket. They're a mushroom company.
Yeah.
We have Clone Guy. That's with Jeff and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
We have a few more people that are going to be participating as well. I'm just waiting for the final confirmation before I go, oh, hey, we got these ones,
people. Of course.
I want to make sure first before I say anything else.
Where do people get tickets for this event?
You could definitely go on eventhigh.io.
I love that. Adelia is amazing.
Yeah.
She's fantastic. I've known her for years.
It's great. You can check us out there at Cannival, or you can go to Cannival SD. That's CANNIVALSD on Instagram. And the link is in the bio. And then you can just click there, and then it takes you. And the tickets are free.
I love it.
Free tickets. Anybody that wants to come, they could come. General admission is free. We have VIP baggies. We have different levels of VIP baggies. And pretty much the VIP bag is you just get more stuff.
Yeah.
Higher your VIP bag is.
Awesome. What are kind of do they purchase the VIPs through Event High as well, or do they do it there?
You could do both. You could purchase it on Event High.
Okay.
Or you can upgrade your ticket at the door.
How much are VIPs going for?
It starts off at $20. Then we got a $60 one. Then we got a $100.
That's so easy.
Yeah.
So affordable.
Easy. Something, because we want to make it affordable for everybody. Because I know a lot of the times when people go to sessions, they're not prepared to spend a whole bunch of money. You know, they're like, okay, I got a budget of like 40, 50 bucks.
Especially with this time, now a bunch of events are going on. So like, especially like myself, for a Farmer's Cup, I got Hastrick's Day or St. Patrick Hash Day tonight. We got Farmer's or Hall Flowers this weekend. Kush Stock in LA is coming up. Your event. I mean, if you try to go to all these events, sometimes it can end up costing a bunch. But if you also, that's why it's nice to have some cheaper events in between that people can still go to, like tonight or like yours. So
that's why we're trying to make it free.
Yeah,
we're trying to make all our events free as much as possible. But the ones that we do charge for, that's going to be an immersive experience.
Yeah, and it also, you want to share and everything, but like also, it does cost money to do stuff. So sometimes it's hard because it's like you can't lose a bunch of money playing on all these events because you just nobody can afford that, or none of us can right now. You know, we're not backed by a big company. So
what we're trying to do, our next immersive event will be.
Ooh, where is it going to be located again?
Oh, it's going to be off of Hancock Street.
Okay, so that is in Point Loma, right?
Yes.
So Point Loma, can I say what dispensary it's near? Is okay? So near Golden State Greens, if you know where that is, it's going to be near that area. So make sure you check out Cannival.sd, right? Or no?
Just Cannival SD.
Cannival SD, no dot in there. So Cannival SD, Cannival SD. On Instagram, and so you'll be able to find it there. Also, Event High, you'll be able to find your tickets there and more information. Also, Dakota, you're the one that came up to me on Saturday. I love it. This guy, he hit me up on Instagram. I've never met him before at any of the events I've been at, and was just supported my content and liked my content. And so he's like, hey man, I'd love to come smoke with you and meet you Saturday. Came up with his girlfriend or wife and his friend, and it was just really cool because you know, I just shoot these videos and I see some people supporting, but usually it's a lot of people that you've made a connection with at some point. Somebody knows your stuff or you've worked with.
You have a genuine fan. That's great. That's perfect.
It was really cool. Yes, sir. It was him. Yeah. So shout out Dakota.
That's perfect. Having
that was really cool because I just haven't had that before. So it was really cool meeting somebody that just generally likes your stuff when you haven't done it before.
The more you get into it, the more fans you're going to get, the more people that are going to follow you. You're going to have like massive flooding on your inbox. You know, like,
that's what I love. And I just want to connect with people. The whole thing about this, about creating the mystery machine stuff is, one, I want to travel, and this is the way to do it for me because I don't have a lot of money. I can't do it luxuriously. So taking the RV, and then my dogs, they've been through the tough times when I had to work 3 jobs and be gone 6 to 8 hours and stuff and do that. And so I've always wanted to take them. I always wanted to take them on the road and kind of show them, especially Riley. She's 12 years old now. So I wanted to get her out and see a few things before she eventually passes and moves on.
Yeah, that's understandable.
So so like that's kind of the dream. But then with the cannabis side and the podcast, it's to give people a platform. Like the reason I got into cannabis was my story with my mom losing her and stuff, and so that's what got me in cannabis. But everybody has a story, every brand has a story, and so I just want to give a platform where people can talk about it and learn more about cannabis, the insides, the events, all the different jobs in it to maybe inspire somebody to get into the industry as well.
Oh yeah, I used cannabis when I was very young, but now I use it. I do use it a lot recreationally, of course, but I do use it for pain relief.
Yep.
I got 7 or 5 screws in a plate in my jaw from fighting, got 7 screws and a plate in my ankle from playing sports. Man, boxing, broke my hand twice. So I do use it for pain management rather than taking a whole bunch of Advils or ibuprofens that hurt your stomach and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I use it mostly. I used to grow it. Then we switched over to fungus. So that's always fun.
I like that.
We're still part of the cannabis world because both of them coincide and everything.
Absolutely.
They're natural medicine, healing from the ground. So we really like that.
Do you focus mostly on the psilocybin side, or do you like to do a mix of mushroom growing?
I focus mostly on the psilocybin side, but we also have functional mushrooms, lion's mane, turkey tail, reishi, cordyceps, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right now, we're in the process of making chocolate bars that contain the functional ones. We're doing packets for like teas and stuff like that, so you can just at home relax, everything like that, little coffee pouches and stuff. So we're getting all that made. It's just products, like the labeling and the jar and all that other stuff we're getting all together. That's what takes the longest.
Man, I absolutely love that. So you have mushroom growing, we're doing cannabis events, and also this weekend you're going to be catering, or this week at Hall of Flowers. What event is it?
That is, let me hear how.
No worries. Yeah. Absolutely, but that's awesome. So you also cook as well. Do you have your own restaurant, food truck? How'd you get into that?
My phone's over there.
No worries. Here, I'll look it up. I got y'all. He sent to me.
Yeah.
But dude, that's incredible. Tell me about that, like your restaurant and how you got into, or your food truck, and how you got into it. And also, I love it because my dad has a hot dog / bratwurst truck back home in Virginia. Yeah, it was massage therapy. Then he retired from that, opened up his truck like he wanted to, or it's a trailer so he can tow it behind the Harley and everything. And he's actually making more money doing that now than he was in massage. So, but tell me how you got into it.
My family, I'm Puerto Rican. My family's from the island. I'm first generation out here.
Also, just saying, the After Flowers presented by Luigi. I'll be a Hall of Flowers after party on Wednesday, 7 to 12. So make sure you check it out. I'll put out a little flyer or so. But if you're going to be at Hall of Flowers this week, he will be doing the catering for that after party.
Yeah. So we do Puerto Rican food. My mom's Puerto Rican. I'm Puerto Rican. My whole family is Puerto Rican. First generation out here. Growing up, my mom's always made really good food. There's nothing out in Southern California. There's like maybe 5 in all of San Diego County places that might do Puerto Rican food.
Yeah, I know one downtown, but that's it.
Yeah, it's hard to find really good Puerto Rican food. So me and my girlfriend, when her dad passed, he left her an inheritance. So we got a food truck, and we got all our licensing and everything for that. So now we do cooking. We're trying to get into a lot more of the cannabis events.
Yeah.
Because farmers markets and regular events that are just normal to everybody else, those are hard to get into. Sometimes there's like a year wait. Adams Street Avenue Fair, El Cajon Fair, like you have to apply in January for your vending booth in August.
Yeah.
So it's a big competition.
Don't know how much sway, but I do know the person that runs the OB farmer market. I'll at least get you an intro.
I know all of that,
Ricky or Richie
from the OB Farmers Market Association.
Yep. Great person, but okay, cool.
Like it's just a year wait.
It's so hard, because that's so. I mean, it's so packed and so famous, honestly.
Yeah. So I'm on the list for that one. Yeah. I just have to wait for them to call me. So in the meantime, what I do is I hit up all the weed events.
Absolutely.
People want to eat. A lot of the weed events that people throw on, they forget to have food. So people will come, have their fun, and then leave because they're hungry or they're thirsty, So to solve that problem at Cannival, we have a mocktail station upstairs, and then I'll be serving food downstairs as well outside.
Will the mocktails have like CBD influence, or is it just going to be just like regular like drinks and stuff, no alcohol?
It will have THC stuff.
Oh, nice.
No alcohol. We're not serving any alcohol.
Let's go.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. I mean, you got to be careful with it's mostly licensing and just being careful. It's a gray area.
We could serve alcohol. All that is like an insurance problem. But me and my partner and my girlfriend, us 3 are putting it together. we don't drink alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so why have a stoner event and have alcohol?
Exactly.
You know,
Plus, it can always cause more issues. And
exactly.
I mean, I do partake, but I also definitely understand like when you're serving the mass people, especially sometimes people aren't in the industry or stuff. You don't smoke as much. So then if they have a drink and they have a joint, then
And
it's
they're
just could
too
cause
messed
issue.
up. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, even there was no alcohol at this event this past weekend, Farmers Cup, and it went very smooth. But I still saw a few people that just smoked a little too much and needed to see
chill,
the
relax,
EMTs, get a little water, just kind of relax and breathe because it's just you get hyped around everything,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you just like, oh yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go, and you forget to drink water, and it just becomes overstimulating a lot.
Yeah, that's why we all have the mocktail stations so that we can keep people hydrated as well. Make sure everybody's drinking water at least. But then you can come in and get like a cool little drink, nice little mixed drink. It could have THC in it or not. You know,
Yeah.
just something
No,
to keep you
absolutely.
hydrated, something that'd be fun, some little cool on the side. So we have that, and we'll have the food for everybody that
It's
wants
always
to eat some
420.
good food. You know, but at the Hall of Flowers after party will be the mansion that they're having it at. It already has somebody there. They're going to be doing it's like built in or whatever.
Yeah.
So they have like hamburgers and hot dogs, like American food and stuff. But we'll be the only other one serving food.
There you go.
Because their hamburgers and hot dogs is not technically a vendor.
It's just provided.
It's just there.
Yeah, it's good to provide food at any of these events.
Yeah,
You know, give
so-
something at least a snack on or so.
Yeah, and so we'll have like the handheld stuff, like the empanadas. We do have Puerto Rican rice bowls, so it's like Puerto Rican rice with tostones. I don't know if you know what those are.
Mm-mm.
No, so you know what plantains are?
Yeah,
Bananas.
yeah.
So it's fried but flattened, like almost like a chip,
Okay.
and it's deep fried and
Oh,
seasoned.
yeah, I know what
Yeah.
you're talking
So
about.
those are tostones. We put that on the side of the bowl, rice bowl,
Mhm.
and then we have like chicken or beef on top of it. And we serve that with some sofrito.
What do you have a preference of, the chicken or the beef?
Oh man. Man, it
And
just
that's
depends
how-
on how high I am that day.
Yeah,
Sometimes I just mix them both.
there you go.
You know.
That's probably what I'll do. I'll just come by and be like, yo, just put everything you make, just put it into a mix.
I got you. I'll hook it up.
I've done that before, man. One of the best burritos I ever had. I was running around a bunch of dispensaries when I was with the edible company, like 2017, and I hit this one dispensary that's just across from like a bunch of construction sites.
Nice.
These people just put up 2 tables, 2 tents, and we're just
I was like,
cooking
"What's
up.
good?"
I went over. I was like, "What do you got?" And he's like, "We can do tacos or a burrito." I was like, "Cool." I was like, "We can do a mix of meats." Or I was like, said a bunch of like carne asada, polo, whatever. And he says a few things I didn't recognize. And I was like, "Anything you made, I want in it."
Put it all in a
He's
mix and I
like,
took to
"Monkey brains." I was like, "Monkey brains
Monkey
sounds awesome."
brains,
I don't think it
yeah.
was monkey brains. It was one of the best burritos I ever had. I don't
Nice.
know exactly what was on it, but it was so good.
Oh,
like,
man.
and so that's why I like sometimes, especially depending how it smells, like if it catches your like nose and everything while I'm walking by, I'll just be like, just throw it all together.
Yeah, that's what we try to do.
You're
Our
special,
food-
do it.
Oh my god. A lot of people stop off wanting to get food from us because of the smell. So a lot of the stuff we cook right then and there when you order it. So as we're cooking other orders, people are like, "Oh my god, I smell that from down the way. What is it? It smells really good."
Yeah.
We give out free samples all the time because a lot of people don't know what Puerto Rican food is. So I give them a sample and I tell them about it. Most of the time they're like, "Oh yeah, let me buy a bowl, or let me
Absolutely.
get some empanadas, or let me get a papadeña, let me get this or that." And I'm like, "All right, I got you."
I think a lot of times when people say they're picky eaters, they just haven't tried a bunch of other stuff. And so, like, if people would just do like a little sample of stuff, like you are, they get a bite, they're just like,
Oh my god.
done,
Yeah.
done. What is
Especially
this?
the rice.
And then they just start expanding their like, they're like, oh, you gotta try it with this and the salsa, and then like
Yeah.
it's just crazy you see expansion. But like, literally, anytime people do like the little like toothpick or a little sample,
oh yeah,
I think that's
it's
a
done.
great way. Yeah.
Especially if it's something that tastes really good. I
Mhm.
do little samples of rice, or I'll do a tostone
Mhm.
with some
Oh.
ketchup mayo on it, and then you let people
There you
have it.
go.
They're like, let me get an order of that, or
Ye-
let me get that, let me get that. and stuff like
Exactly.
that. Yeah, that's the
Especially
easiest.
stoners, it's the easiest.
Oh
So they're
my
like,
God.
wait, what? Oh yeah, free food, and then once they try it, they're like, just done. Hook me up, because it like any food can be better when you're stoned,
Oh yeah.
and so once you just taste something, you're just like, oh, that's exactly what I want.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's like with Puerto Rican food, it's really good, and no no matter what you're eating, you're just like, oh my god, this is fire.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also feels like home. So
Yeah.
when you're eating it, you feel like, oh man, this is like what my mom used to cook, or it
Absolutely.
feels like it's homemade, and it just fills you up better rather than going to like Taco Bell or In and Out or something. Like, yeah, that shit's really good. I love Taco Bell and In and Out, and I'll eat it. But then 30 minutes later, I'm like, damn, I'm hungry again. Or like, oh man, I need a snack on something like that. You know, with Puerto Rican food, I eat one plate and I'm like, I'm done. Let me go.
I'm full, right?
Smoke a blunt, and knock out.
Hell yeah!
So that's
no, I
what
love
really
that.
like. And that's what we're trying to do too, is bring it out to Southern California. Because in Southern California, you can throw a rock and hit a Mexican joint anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They're everywhere, you know. And Mexican food is really good, but sometimes you get bored of just it's what Chinese food out here, Mexican food, or sushi. Those are like.
It's even hard to find like a great steak spot or anything.
Yeah,
like,
so you're just like, fuck. And so that's why we're trying to be like, oh, well, we're another option that's really good.
Yeah.
You know, and we're super affordable because a lot of the stuff we have is plant-based, you know, and then we got like a lot of the recipes are pork-based too, but I don't eat pork, so we do a lot of beef or chicken substitutions for everything.
Okay, nice.
You know, so when you come on Wednesday, I'll be like, hey, Sherry, here, try this shit. Put the shit in your mouth and eat it.
Oh, absolutely.
Tell me how you like it.
Dude, I'm so down and I'm so excited. I mean, yeah, we got so many events coming up. Let's do it. Yes. Do you remember what kind this is or so? Or if not, I don't really. Oh, you said cherry something. Cherry burger?
Yeah, I think this is cherry burger.
Cool. I'm excited.
I don't really pay attention to it. I'm just like, how strong is it? Is it like really good? I don't want to buy mid shit. I don't want to buy bullshit.
For me, yeah. And for me, it's more the full effect. I don't need the biggest, strongest punch. I mean, don't get me wrong. I will outsmoke a lot of motherfuckers. But I'm looking for the best full effect anytime I'm smoking on something. So taste, not the biggest head rush, but the full body effect. And that's why I like rosin instead of some of the others. But I love trying everything. Like
everything.
People always ask me, they're like, what's your favorite brand? And I'm like, I do not have a favorite brand. I don't. I have about 2 to 3, maybe if you're a really good company, 5 strains from every brand. You know, like it's like, oh, well, this company does the best of it. Like CBX, I really like their indicas. Their indicas are really tasty, nice knockouts. No Till Kings, I love their sativas. The Jack the Ripper, Blue Dream, Fig Farms, Up North, Alien Labs. I mean, there's just so many great.
Yeah. If someone asks you, you could be like, I might have a preferred brand, but I don't have a favorite brand. I have a favorite product from brands.
Cab, I mean, Barber's Cup. I mean, there's just so many.
Yeah.
And I can do a full dead. But
ooh, beautiful. What's up, guys?
I also cough at everything. Doesn't matter if it's a bowl or a dab. I'll just keep smoking and smoking and smoking.
Yeah. I have like this inhaler over the counter. So when I'm like, too much, I use it, open up, and I'm like, all right, let's keep going. I can go.
But I also can keep going because I've done a marathon on weed and ripped every 5 miles with the bong. So, oh man, that was fun. That was tiring. And this weekend, it honestly felt just as tiring as that because Friday, I did 8 miles. Saturday, I did 13 miles total. And I was carrying a bunch of shit, bringing most of like a lot of the shit, like going back and forth with the vendors. So it's like, it wasn't quite the 23 miles in one day, like when I did the marathon, but it was a lot more extra stuff on top of it. Like carrying these generators, like you guys can't see the generators, but I carried those at least like a quarter of a mile. So they're really good. They provide all of my, like they power all this. We'll probably only lose like maybe 15-20% shooting all the podcasts we've done or this episode. And then I provide this for CBX. So how CBX was doing the t-shirt press, that's all powered by EcoFlow generators. Like now, granted, you know, they only got like 2 hours at a time each time I charge it, but they got it. That thing was pulling a lot of power and they were able to knock out a lot of t-shirts. So.
I know a lot of vendors, food vendors, especially that use some of those, the electric ones like that. Yeah. They love it.
They're great. For like my other stuff, like my fridge and other things like that, I do have to get my other generator. I'm working on that to get it going. But for like my video games, my work, like just working all day, I work remote with Herb.
Yeah.
So I literally, it provides my powers my internet and my laptop, and I'll
Nice.
with my solar panels up on top, I'm actually gaining power while I'm working. So
Fuck yeah.
it's so great.
Yeah, I just got a regular generator, gas power one, but it's for emergencies and everything.
There you go.
I could power a whole house if like everything's out, no electricity. It'll power everything in the whole house.
Yeah.
You know, I saved up money and paid for that. It was like $2,000, but it's perfect. We had to send it to my granddad's house
That was so
because
nice.
yeah, do another one. Pack it again.
Let's do it.
So we had to let my granddad use it, take it to his house because he lives in Potrero, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the times when it's too windy or whatnot, SDG&E will shut down power.
Yeah.
You know, so that power lines, if they fall down, doesn't start fires and shit like that.
Even when I was in Claremont, they were doing that.
Yeah.
I'd constantly be getting like doing something and just cut out for like 6 hours at a time.
Yeah, and then Potrero is really bad with fires and everything like that. So he hit us up. It was raining and everything went out black. So we drove it down and we hooked it up to his house. Everything, they love it. So we left it over there because we don't really use it.
Yeah.
But generators, man, that electric one, that's more than my big ass one.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I started with the little one, and then after
Yeah,
doing that for a couple months, and I had to upgrade that, get the solar, and now I'm about to have somebody actually help me build one out, which will be way cheaper underneath here, and then that would just be extra stuff. So when I go to festivals and stuff, what I really want is also this is wrapped like the Mystery Machine, is go to events and then have the awnings go out, have a little smoke lounge out front, and then I can pull people into the Mystery Machine when I want to do an episode. Or
exactly, that's nice. You got to get a few brands or something to sponsor that. Get like a little dab bar.
Tried to work on it, and then I'll have the window open so people can look in, but I don't want to really bring anybody in unless I want to do an episode. So
yeah, make sure you should do like the
that way they
see out, but they can't see in type of thing.
Well, right now that's kind of how this is. But yeah, when I do events, I'll actually open up the window so people can see into the Mystery Machine while they're smoking and stuff. They can see the dogs like Scooby and them, like they can be here. But provides that extra security. But
Ooh, I love that taste.
I did have this weekend was really nice. I need to grab some Q-tips and really clean this after. That's one thing I forgot, but have a few talks going and hopefully be added to a few people's channels soon, and maybe monetize some other ways, and they'll help me get the sponsorship to get it wrapped in a few ways.
Nice.
So I'm excited about that. But all right, let's wrap it up. We have you have Cannival on 420.
420, April 20th.
April 20th in Point Loma. You can get your tickets at Event High.
Yes.
Oh shoot. Sorry, Scooby, not a little bit. I apologize. There we go. So we got Cannival SD 420 Point Loma. Get your tickets at Event High. What are the times? When will it be?
From 2 to 7.
2 to 7.
Or
awesome.
2 to 8.
2 to 8. So make sure you'll be there. It's going to be a great time. You'll be at Hall of Flowers. On Wednesday, you're doing the after party, and you're
doing Puerto Rican food.
Heck yeah. So make sure if you're at Hall of Flowers, be there.
Some food.
Where can they follow you, find you, and also book you for if they're trying to have you catered to their event?
If you guys want some food, hit us up at Puerto Rican Kitchen SD on Instagram. So you can check out some of the things we have on there. If you're looking to hit us up for any events or anything like that, you can hit me up at Cannival SD. With our events and everything like that, we have a few upcoming this year. We have a murder mystery dinner party.
Ooh.
So you come, we serve you food that's all medicated, plus you have to solve a murder.
Heck yeah.
And then we have our Halloween party. Not just a party. You go through a trail, and then we scare the shit out of you.
I love that.
At the end of the trail, there's the party.
There we go.
So
I like that.
That's at Cannival SD. So we'll be there if you want to look up for any other events or whatnot like that. Just check us out on that one on Instagram.
Awesome. And now I'm going to ask you just a couple questions so people can learn about you a little bit. If I ask you about movies or films, they do not have to be cannabis related. It's just ones you like when you're stoned.
Nice.
So, what was the uh, first strain or first way of smoking or where you consumed?
Smoking a bowl.
Smoking a
Straight
bowl?
up bong.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Love that. How was that like?
At first, I didn't feel it. I didn't feel high. And then the third bowl in, I was shit faced. I was with a friend who was older. He ordered pizza. We had gone to the store previously.
Mm-hmm.
Pudding cups. There's all kinds of stuff there.
Heck yeah.
I ate everything.
I love it. Dude, a whole the big tin of cheese balls. That's what I destroyed like 75% of that the first time I smoked.
Just
was still like I didn't know I was high, but then my buddy was like, "Oh, I forgot my cheese balls came in," and I threw my body over it. And I was like, "You are not grabbing these," and he just laughed. He's like, my brother." So yeah, I definitely understand that. Since you're a chef or a cook, what do you prefer? Chef is like the better term.
I don't know yet.
Okay, but either way,
because I know
since you love to cook food,
yeah.
What is your favorite like munchie or like kind of snack food to go to?
Oh my god, it's all like cookies, man. Cookies and cakes.
Heck yeah,
those are my favorite munchie snacks.
I'm a sweet like chocolate. Anything.
I gotta stop because I mean like bam, like, it's so bad. But I don't know what just like regular food. I would say like a nice steak.
Hell yeah.
Something that melts in your mouth.
How do you like it? What temperature? Like how do you?
Medium rare. More a little bit on the rarer side.
I'm just so glad you didn't say well done.
Who the fuck likes that well done? If you like your steak well done, you need help.
Yeah, and if you need steak sauce, you just didn't cook it right. You cooked it too much.
It was unseasoned and way too cooked.
Yeah, but
it's ridiculous. I only cook mine in straight 100% butter.
There you go.
What I'll do is I'll put some like lemon juice on it to like soften it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't care what cut it is. It could be a Wagyu piece. I still put some lemon on there.
Yeah.
Softens up the meat a little bit. And then I'll dry rub it.
Okay.
Pat it down and I'll dry rub it. Let it get like a nice little on the outside of it. I'll cut some slits into it and I'll put little pieces of butter on that. And then what I'll do is before I butter a pan or anything like that, I'll put it in a pan on low and I'll put the top over it. So it cooks the inside just right.
Okay.
And then I'll take it off. And then I'll have a pan that's super hot. Put the butter in there and I'll sear it on each side for about 1 minute.
Yeah.
Let that rest. Boom.
I'm gonna try that next time. That sounds so good.
Yeah.
I usually look up like a Gordon Ramsay video and just put it right there. I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah. Like, and it's turned out really well, but I really like that. I'm gonna try that. Yeah. What's a good like movie or show you like to watch when you're stoned?
Oh man.
Or any ones you're on right now?
Shit. Go to all the time, Rick and Morty.
Heck yeah.
I'll watch that all the time. If I'm like, damn, I just need something on Rick and Morty. Exactly.
Dude, there you go.
That's my go-to. When it comes to shows that I'm watching right now, I'm watching that one show called Ghost on Paramount.
Okay, I haven't watched that.
This couple moves into a house, like a big ass mansion. They were left, the wife was left the house as an inheritance. She falls down the stairs, doesn't die, but like when she revives, she can see all the people that died on the grounds. And so she's speaking to them and they go through all their little shenanigans. Okay. And whatnot. So she's speaking to them and her husband's like, what the fuck? So that's
like
a really
drama, comedy.
Excuse me. It's a comedy.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so it's really funny. Yeah. Then I like some serious ones like Severed.
Okay. I've heard great things. I haven't checked it out yet, but I've heard
Apple
great
TV.
Things. Yeah.
Holy shit, that's good. And I was watching Silo on Apple TV, but that one, it just ended, I guess. I'm a little upset at it because I don't like the way it ended.
If you're on Apple TV, you should check out Psych.
Psych?
Yeah, or no, not Psych. Oh my God. It's about psychiatrists, but it's the one with, it's got Harrison Ford. And also, so just recommend that one. I've watched it 2 seasons, but I'm stoned right now, so it's not coming to me. And then the last question I always ask everybody is, you've watched that 70s show, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so you're downstairs in the basement. You're in a group of 4. Who are the 3 people around your circle? Famous or not, dead or alive? Who's in your circle?
Oh, my girlfriend is in my circle.
Okay.
First off, always. I guess I would have Jeff too, because he's really cool and loyal and everything like that.
Hell yeah.
And then the third person, shit, I don't fucking know. Maybe that guy Niccolo Machiavelli.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
He smoked weed.
Hell yeah. There you go.
Get in my circle and teach me some shit.
I like it. So, you know, everybody's got different. And I love that question. I love asking everybody because it's cool seeing where they go. Some people go celebrities. Some people go past people that were in the past so they can learn from them that died. Some people just stick it close knit. So I always just like asking that just to kind of see which way people go.
I would say celebrities, but
no,
celebrities are fucking assholes. Some of them, I've met some of them, and they're fucking assholes.
Oh, yeah.
You're just a regular person that I don't really like.
No, absolutely.
So it's like I got two people that I really like, and then one person that I just want to get to know information from, whether I like him or not. I just talk. Here's some weed.
You know? I absolutely love that. Well, I appreciate it, brother.
Of course.
And then again, you can find him at Cannival SD, so Cannival.
Get your free tickets.
There you go. Free tickets, 420. Again, Point Loma. So we'll see you there. Thank you for everybody that joined. And I hope everybody has a happy 420. This has been a trip down Stoner Drive.
Yes.